Prince Louis, the youngest child of Prince William and Kate Middleton, quickly became the unexpected star during the royal family's Christmas Carol concert at Westminster Abbey. Despite the grandiosity and formality of the event, which was attended by dignitaries, church officials, and members of the royal family, Louis's playful energy and unrestrained antics provided a delightful contrast to the solemnity of the occasion. As the youngest royal at just 5 years old, his presence seemed to infuse the atmosphere with a sense of innocence and joy, reminding everyone that even within the most polished and traditional settings, the unfiltered spirit of a child can shine brightly. Throughout the evening, cameras captured Louis making faces, energetically interacting with his siblings, and even playfully engaging with the guests around him. His antics were completely unprompted, showcasing his natural charm and mischievousness. His wide-eyed curiosity and exuberance were a breath of fresh air among the more restrained figures of the royal family, including his parents and other senior royals. Louis' ability to steal the spotlight wasn't just about his cheeky behavior, it was the effortless way he made those around him smile, breaking through the usual formality of royal events. This candidness only endeared him further to the public, and it wasn't long before headlines focused on his joyful moments, eclipsing even the most serious parts of the evening. Westminster Abbey, one of the most iconic landmarks in London, provided a breathtaking setting for Kate Middleton's annual Christmas Carol concert. As the royal family and guests entered the grand church, they were met with an atmosphere that felt both ethereal and intimate. The Abbey, with its centuries-old stone walls, exuded a timeless sense of reverence and tradition, while the festive decorations brought a warmth that perfectly complemented the season's spirit. Hundreds of candles cast a soft, golden glow throughout the space, illuminating the towering arches and intricate stained glass windows. The flickering lights created an almost magical ambience, setting the tone for an evening that blended the sacredness of Christmas with the joy of communal celebration. At the heart of the grand nave stood a magnificent Christmas tree, its branches heavy with sparkling ornaments and twinkling lights. The tree, standing nearly as tall as the Abbey's soaring columns, was adorned with traditional red and gold decorations, evoking the colors of Christmas past while still feeling fresh and modern. A sea of red poinsettias lined the pews, their vibrant blooms contrasting beautifully against the dark wood of the Abbey's furniture. The choir's harmonies seemed to rise up to the vaulted ceilings, filling the vast space with an angelic sound. The air was thick with the scent of fresh greenery, and the music, ranging from classic carols to contemporary renditions, reverberated in the open expanse. The event, attended by a host of notable guests, felt less like a typical royal affair and more like a community celebration. It was as if Westminster Abbey itself had transformed into a sanctuary of joy, inviting everyone to take part in the true meaning of Christmas: family, charity, and goodwill. The striking contrast of ancient stone and modern holiday cheer created an unforgettable backdrop, making the evening feel both familiar and extraordinary. At the heart of the Christmas Carol concert at Westminster Abbey, it was Prince Louis who unexpectedly stole the show. The youngest of the Cambridge children, Louis has long been known for his bubbly personality and mischievous charm, but on this evening his playful antics seemed to take center stage in a way that endeared him to the public even more than usual. As the royal family arrived, it was clear that Louis, with his boundless energy, had no intention of simply sitting still and quietly observing the occasion. The young prince, who was dressed in a smart red cardigan, khaki pants, and his signature smile, immediately captured the attention of the photographers and guests as he enthusiastically waved to the crowd. While the rest of the family, including his siblings Prince George and Princess Charlotte, appeared more composed, Louis was full of youthful exuberance, often turning to wave or point at the curious faces around him. His infectious laughter and curious glances toward the royal guests and dignitaries around him added a layer of liveliness to the otherwise solemn ceremony, making it clear that Louis was not just another royal child at a formal event, he was a true beacon of joy. Inside Westminster Abbey, as the carols played and the ceremony unfolded, Louis' antics continued to captivate the crowd. At one point, he could be seen tugging at his father, Prince William, eager for attention, while his older siblings quietly listened to the music. The young prince's inquisitive nature seemed to prompt him to explore his surroundings, peeking over his family's shoulders to catch glimpses of the musicians, or waving his hands in delight at the sounds filling the abbey. His facial expressions were priceless, ranging from wonder to playful cheekiness, each moment captured in photographs that quickly went viral across social media platforms. His spirited behavior was a stark contrast to the solemnity of the occasion, and it was precisely this juxtaposition that made Louis' actions so heartwarming. During one of the quieter moments of the service, as the choir performed a particularly moving carol, Louis turned to his mother, the Princess of Wales, and whispered something in her ear that had her stifling a giggle. The sight of the normally composed Catherine trying to maintain her decorum while dealing with Louis' infectious spirit was a perfect reflection of her ability to balance her royal duties with the joy of motherhood. Louis' energy was not confined to just his family. The young prince's playfulness extended to those around him, as he appeared fascinated by the interaction of guests and the formalities of the evening. His sense of wonder seemed to shine through as he tried to keep up with the events unfolding around him. At one point he even turned to his sister, Princess Charlotte, to whisper something that caused her to laugh, showing a rare glimpse of the sibling bond shared by the Cambridge children. Despite his youthful energy, Louis also exhibited moments of pure tenderness. At times he would snuggle close to his mother or hold his father's hand, reminding everyone that beneath his cheeky smile and mischievous behavior was still a little boy who valued the comfort of his family. These moments of calmness amidst his playfulness were a reminder of the deep connection between the Cambridge children and their parents. As the service drew to a close, Louis's playful spirit continued to shine through. He was seen waving excitedly as the family prepared to leave the abbey, clearly in high spirits from the evening's festivities. His antics throughout the event may have been lighthearted and fun, but they also left a lasting impression on the public. Louis was more than just a curious child at a royal event. He was a reminder of the joy and laughter that children bring to family gatherings, even in the most formal of settings. In the days that followed, the images and videos of Louis's playful moments were shared widely, with many praising his infectious energy and enthusiasm. He had, without a doubt, become the breakout star of the evening. Louis' actions were not just about stealing the spotlight, they were a refreshing reminder that royal duties and traditions could coexist with the innocent joys of childhood. The royal family's fans, who had watched Louis grow from a curious toddler to an even more expressive young boy, found themselves charmed by his free-spirited nature. In a world where royal appearances are often marked by formality and composure, Louis's playful antics were a breath of fresh air, a glimpse into the future of the royal family, where warmth, fun, and joy are just as important as tradition and duty. At the Christmas Carol concert held at Westminster Abbey, a striking contrast became apparent between Prince Louis's lively, mischievous demeanor and the calm, composed presence of Camilla, Queen Consort. While Louis's playful antics had the audience in fits of laughter, Camilla stood as the embodiment of royal dignity, her composed demeanor in stark contrast to the young prince's spirited energy. As the royal family gathered for this prestigious event, it was impossible to ignore the dynamic between the young and the older generations. Camilla, dressed elegantly in a deep green coat and a tasteful, feathered hat, exuded the grace and poise expected of a queen consort. Her serene presence was a testament to the experience and responsibilities she carries as the wife of King Charles III, yet it also highlighted the natural vivacity of the younger members of the family, especially her grandson Louis. While Prince Louis was caught up in his own world of gestures and giggles, trying to keep his siblings entertained and waving enthusiastically to the crowd, Camilla remained focused on the ceremony. Her expression, occasionally lifting in a soft smile, revealed a quiet enjoyment of the occasion, but it was clear that her role was one of quiet observation and support. Throughout the service, Camilla sat beside King Charles III, often turning her attention to him during the musical performances or to the choir as they filled the abbey with their beautiful carols. In contrast to the younger members of the royal family, who were often distracted by the sights and sounds around them, Camilla maintained a more reserved, attentive posture, embodying the calm authority of her position. This contrast between the youthful exuberance of Louis and the composed presence of Camilla was not just evident in their physical behaviors but also in their interactions with others. During the service, as the choir sang, Louis could be seen playfully turning to his mother, Princess Catherine, or engaging in quiet conversations with his siblings. Meanwhile, Camilla, who had decades of experience in royal duties and public events, maintained a quiet air of dignity, occasionally exchanging words with King Charles or offering a reassuring gesture to those around her. There was an understanding in her poised demeanor that spoke to her confidence in her position within the royal family. Camilla's serene nature also served as a stabilizing force within the family's dynamic. While Louis's spirited nature provided a sense of energy and youth to the gathering, it was Camilla who brought a calm balance, providing a sense of continuity and tradition. Her ability to remain focused and composed during the service, even as the younger members of the family displayed their excitement, reinforced the idea that the royal family's values are rooted in both the vibrancy of the younger generation and the steady strength of the older one. The juxtaposition between Camilla's composed elegance and Louis's cheeky exuberance was also reflected in the way they engaged with others. At one point, as the royal family made their way through the abbey, Camilla was seen greeting well-wishers with grace and dignity, exchanging pleasantries and smiles, while Louis appeared more interested in waving enthusiastically at photographers and trying to catch the attention of his family members. Despite this stark contrast, there was an undeniable connection between the two. Camilla, although calm, showed a tender fondness for her young grandson, often glancing in his direction with a soft smile. It was clear that she found amusement in his antics, though her own royal persona did not allow her to engage in the same playful way. Instead, she displayed a loving and maternal affection from a distance, a quiet acknowledgement of the joy Louis brought to the occasion. Louis' playful behavior, with its mix of curiosity and enthusiasm, highlighted the differences between the royal generations. For Louis, the event was a playground, an opportunity to be entertained by the ceremony while also drawing attention with his youthful exuberance. Camilla, on the other hand, represented a more traditional and regal side of the monarchy, one that carries with it an understanding of the importance of duty and decorum. While Louis' antics were met with chuckles and admiration, Camilla's presence offered a reminder of the stability and grace that have defined the royal family for generations. This contrast between youth and maturity, between exuberance and poise, was a reminder of the balance that exists within the royal family. Prince Louis, with his unfiltered joy, represented the future of the monarchy, a future filled with vitality and character, while Camilla, with her dignified restraint, embodied the values of the past, ensuring the continuity of royal tradition. Together, they showcased the delicate interplay between the royal family's legacy and the new energy being brought forth by the younger generation. In that moment, as the carols echoed through the abbey, it was clear that both Louis's playful spirit and Camilla's refined composure played an equally important role in the family's dynamic, each bringing something unique to the royal gathering. The royal family's dynamic at the Westminster Abbey Christmas carol service was a striking portrayal of the changing generations within the monarchy, where the presence of King Charles III, Queen Consort Camilla, and the younger royal members, including Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their children, symbolized the balance of tradition and modernity that defines the family today. As the royal family gathered to celebrate the festive season in this historic venue, their interactions revealed the strong sense of unity, yet also the individual personalities that make up the modern monarchy. King Charles III, as the head of the family, exuded a sense of gravitas and wisdom, his demeanor both reflective and authoritative. His role as monarch has brought about a new era, subtle but important shifts in how the royal family operates. During the service, Charles was often seen conversing with Camilla, exchanging occasional words of comfort or amusement. His calm leadership style, paired with Camilla's dignified composure, offered a clear contrast to the youthful energy displayed by the younger members of the family. Prince William, as the heir to the throne, represented the next chapter of the monarchy. At Westminster Abbey, his role was less about the formality of his position and more about his evolution as a future monarch. He and his wife, Princess Catherine, exuded a warmth and approachability that has become emblematic of their royal roles. Together, they were seen engaging with their children, with William often gently guiding his sons, George and Louis, while Catherine offered her usual grace and support. Their interactions with each other highlighted the strong familial bonds that have defined the royal family for decades. While William and Catherine were deeply engaged in the ceremony, their children, particularly Louis, added a delightful layer of unpredictability to the occasion. Louis, with his endless energy and occasional outbursts, was the subject of much attention. His cheeky behavior not only provided a source of entertainment for those around him but also offered a glimpse into the future of the monarchy, where a playful, more relatable image of royal life seems to be emerging. Despite the carefree behavior of Louis, there was a clear sense of unity in how the royal family interacted. Even as the younger children fidgeted and played, there was a collective understanding that the royal family must present a united front. The presence of the children, especially the youngest, symbolized the continuation of the royal lineage, while their moments of mischief humanized the family, making them more accessible to the public. At the same time, King Charles and Camilla's quiet leadership ensured that the family remained grounded, with moments of shared smiles or gentle guidance amidst the liveliness of the younger generation. What became evident throughout the service was the seamless blending of individual roles and family relationships. Camilla's quiet influence as queen consort was most visible in how she supported her husband, King Charles, while simultaneously offering a calm presence for the younger members of the family. As the children occasionally grew distracted, Camilla remained the steady figure, offering smiles and small gestures of reassurance. Her composure contrasted with the more animated personalities of Prince William's children, but it also highlighted the generational shift that is currently taking place within the royal family. William, as the father, now steps into the role of preparing his children for the public eye, teaching them the balance of formality and fun. This dynamic was evident in the way he engaged with Louis, showing patience and understanding as his son occasionally stole the spotlight with his antics. Princess Catherine's role within the royal family continued to shine during the service. Her elegance and poise are frequently commented on in the media, but beyond her impeccable style, it was her ability to balance being a mother with her royal duties that resonated most during the service. Catherine's interactions with her children, especially the youngest, Louis, showed a level of warmth and affection that was deeply humanizing. She was often seen guiding Louis with gentle words or soft smiles, a mother who is both nurturing and mindful of the occasion. While she too embodied the regal nature expected of her role, Catherine's more relaxed approach to the children's antics reinforced the idea that the monarchy today is more attuned to the realities of family life. In contrast to the playful behavior of the younger members, the older royals, including King Charles and Camilla, acted as pillars of stability within the family dynamic. There was an unspoken understanding that while the children's antics were charming, the royal family's role is still one of public duty and responsibility. Yet, as Charles exchanged a loving glance with Camilla, or shared a quiet moment with his children, it became clear that this royal family, despite the pressures of their position, was deeply connected, grounded in mutual love and respect. The strong sense of family cohesion was evident as they shared smiles, quiet conversations, and meaningful glances throughout the service. The Christmas Carol service at Westminster Abbey was more than just a festive occasion, it was a reflection of the evolution of the royal family. As King Charles assumes the throne, the dynamic between him, Camilla, and the younger generation embodies both continuity and change. While the older royals maintain their traditional roles, the younger members, especially the children, bring a sense of relatability and warmth, offering a glimpse into the future of the British monarchy. Despite their differences in temperament, the royal family's dynamic is marked by unity, a shared sense of purpose, and the undeniable strength of family bonds. As they all came together in celebration, it was evident that, while the monarchy is evolving, the core values of love, respect, and duty remain as strong as ever. The public's reaction to Prince Louis's antics at the Westminster Abbey Christmas Carol service was a blend of amusement, adoration, and delight, with many people commenting on his growing popularity as the youngest member of the royal family. His playful behavior, which included cheeky faces, energetic movements, and spontaneous bursts of energy, resonated deeply with the public, offering a refreshing contrast to the often staid and reserved image of royal events. Louis, with his natural charm, quickly became the center of attention, his every gesture and expression widely shared across social media platforms, news outlets, and royal fan pages. As the youngest of the Cambridge children, Louis has consistently captured the public's imagination. His mischievous nature, which first made headlines during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations and again at the royal wedding of his aunt, Princess Eugenie, now seemed to be further developing into a signature characteristic. His playful antics during the service not only delighted those present but also earned him affection from fans and critics alike, with many commenting on how his lively spirit brought a sense of warmth and relatability to the event. Louis' actions spoke volumes about the more human side of the royal family, making them seem less distant and more connected to everyday family life. His popularity has steadily grown since his first public appearances, and this event only served to cement his place as a beloved figure in the royal family. Social media users flooded platforms with images and videos of Louis' cheeky expressions, with many drawing comparisons between him and his father, Prince William, noting how the prince's son shares his father's sense of humor and his ability to steal the show with a simple glance or smile. The public was not just enamored by Louis' antics, but by the way he seemed to embody the youthful energy that many associate with a new, more modern era of the British monarchy. His charm, coupled with his unrestrained behavior, contrasted with the more formal composure that is often expected of the royal family during such events. In a time when royal family members are under constant scrutiny, Louis's playful actions reminded the public of the joy and simplicity that family moments can bring. The event also underscored a shift in how the public interacts with the royal family. Traditionally, royal events like the Christmas Carol service would be marked by reserved behaviors, with any public appearances being largely scripted and ceremonial. However, Louis's natural ability to capture attention with his antics highlighted how the younger generation of royals is bringing a new sense of spontaneity to their public appearances.